Okay, so I would just like to share my opinion about the issue of talking about sex and dating. And this arose because I spoke to somebody not too long ago who I asked certain questions, such as: does she like public displays of affection? How often would she have sex with her partner once she's in a relationship? What's her views on sex? And is she a French kisser or is she more of a surface kisser? I had certain specific questions about what are the things that turn her off and turn her on in terms of sex. And her reaction to me was that we just met, we started talking. Why are you bringing up sex all of a sudden? And this reminded me of something that I'm constantly seeing women mention, in that a lot of the men that they meet are predominantly, obsessed with sex. They want sex, and the first thing on their mind is sex, and they just want to get in their pants. And so I wanted to give a reaction to this and, answering the question: can you have a healthy relationship with someone? And by healthy relationship, I mean long term marriage, a good father, a good man. Can you have a healthy relationship with someone that you met who is extremely horny and wants to have sex and thinks about sleeping with you? Okay? So that's the real quintessential question here. Can this person be a good partner, a good mate, even though that's number one on their mind, right? So here's my response to that. Okay? If a man, whoop, if a man wants to, have sex with you, or talk about sex, uh, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Okay? Why? Because, as long as he respects your boundaries, he respects no, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay? And last I checked, he's a man. Men like sex. That's just a fact of life. Okay? Would it hurt you, okay, for a man to admit how he feels, right? Would it really hurt you? Is it going to cut you? Is it going to make you lose sleep? Is it going to, like, take away your money? Is it going to harm you in any way for a man to say, I like sex and I want to get between those legs and I want to have sex with you? Okay. Would that really kill you? Would that hurt you? No, right? It'll do nothing to you. Okay. And it's not like he's telling you something that's like horrible, like it's shocking, right? You're a woman, you're attractive. He's going to want to have sex with you. That's probably one of the first things on his mind. Okay. Now, does that mean he doesn't want a relationship? He doesn't love you? No. It's part of love. It's part of a relationship. It's one of the first things I think 90% of all men think about when they first met their wife or their girlfriend. Sex. They probably went home and, stroked the sword thinking about, that woman, right? So, is there anything wrong with a man telling you that he likes sex and he wants to have sex with you? No. Okay. Now, how do you react to a man like that? Well, you let him know very simply, very plainly: listen, if you want to tell me how you feel and you want to have sex with me, let it out. Tell me how you want to have sex with me. You're free to express your feelings and your emotions. Okay. However, you have to accept that I'm not ready to have sex now, and we may not have sex until, several dates. Okay. And offer to go out with a date with him. Okay. And still do the normal things that you do. And also let him know that you don't want to just talk about sex. It's okay to talk about sex. You just don't want to make that the only thing that you talk about. Okay. Because that's boring. So just let him know that too. And that's it. Two simple things. Let him know that it's okay to express his feelings about sex. Okay. As long as he can respect that you're not ready for that. And let him know that it's okay to talk about it as long as he is not rude. In other words, he says things that are very derogatory. And as long as he has other things to talk about besides that, and that's not the predominant thing in the conversation. Okay. Um, is it important to talk about sex in the beginning? Yes. Let's say, for example, that you're someone who intends to have sex with your partner once every 2 weeks. Okay. I know some people that's way too long to wait for intimacy. Okay. There are people that prefer to have sex every week. Okay. So that's a deal breaker, right? Or let's say there are certain things you don't like in the bedroom, or you're not into public displays of affection, or you're not a French kisser and this person loves French kissing. Okay. It's important to talk about these things in the beginning, because if you don't, then you're going to waste an enormous amount of time just to find out when the moment comes that you're sexually incompatible. And this is also how women get into relationships with men that end up cheating. You're setting up yourself for a cheater. Okay, because what you're doing is you're trying to get him to love your personality and to love an idea of what he might be getting. Okay, once he gets into that relationship and he finds out, damn, she's not into French kissing, she doesn't like doggy style, she doesn't like this, she doesn't like that. Okay, then it's too late for him. He's already gotten involved with you. He's in a relationship with you. Okay, and he invested so much time. When you invest time in something, it's really hard to give that up, to say, okay, I'll just start from scratch. Okay. And it becomes doubly frustrating when he realizes that other women are the same way and he cannot tell women what he wants. Okay. So it's important to let men tell you what they want, to find out if you're sexually compatible in the very beginning. That way, when you get into a relationship, when you finally, get serious, okay, there are no complications where he is looking at other women, checking out other women. I'm not saying it guarantees that a person is not going to cheat on you, but it certainly helps to reduce cheating, okay, to reduce conflict, to reduce fighting and unnecessary stress, okay? So, is talking about sex in the beginning a good thing? Absolutely. Is it going to hurt you? No. Furthermore, when you allow a man to express his feelings and express what he really thinks, okay? When you tell him, look, it's okay, you're a man, let me know how you feel. You want to hit me from behind? What's your fantasy? Tell me your fantasies. What did you think about me? Let a man express his inner thoughts, okay? He's more likely going to express other inner thoughts, like how much he loves you, how much he wants to do something for you. Like, it'll open him up to be more honest, okay? You want honesty? Get him to be honest about, get him to talk about his deepest feelings, okay? That's going to benefit you in a relationship in the long term when you have issues and problems and he's willing to come to you and tell you what he's feeling rather than go behind your back and do something you don't like, okay? So, honesty, respecting honesty, trust, okay, talking about the things that matter in the beginning, okay, it's going to save you a lot of trouble down the line, all right? Anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think below. What's your opinion on this? I'd love to know. And take care.